Right then, I have no idea how to use this thing. Right, as I said, I have no idea how to actually use this thing. So if you're looking for a how-to, you're in the wrong place. If you want to know on a how-to on these, you can do what I've been doing, looking up videos. Mike Walt has one, of course, good video. Colin Way has one over in Axminster, another good video. And the Woodcut site itself has a few on it. One of them is terrible, and there's 3 or 4 that are very good. I got this for Christmas, and this actually brings me back to when I was finally dragged into the 21st century by my wife and made to get a smartphone. To me, stuff like this is crazy because, like, when I trained forces as a turner, we didn't have chucks. Every bowl had screw holes in the end of it from being attached to a faceplate, and stuff like this was dreamland. So what this video is basically going through a journey of my first time using this, and me being me, of course, I'm gonna go, go big or go home. I'm gonna try and do a nested set out of this blank of tiger wood, and we'll see how it goes. Right, I unboxed it, and I didn't bother doing a part of the video putting it together. Just loaded them out there. I haven't used it yet, so it's been up on the wall here since Christmas when I got it. There was a couple of things that I did want to clear up that weren't in the videos. There seems to be one about, excuse me for a second, you get these 2 templates with them, and depending on what video you watch, tells you where this goes. Like, is it to the bottom of the cut? Is it to the bottom of the bowl? Everything else. Well, we can quickly solve that one. I'll do it in a minute. So, enough of me waffling. Let's get on with this. Right, then I'm filming this bit the next day because I forgot to do it, and I said I would. Right, the definitive answer on where does this actually measure to, right? Is it to the bottom of the cut or the bottom of the bowl? Now, I know Mike actually did a revisit on this specific bit, but we can find out for definite here. Right, and there is your answer. Right, center that to there. Need a ruler. Right. Okay, put the ruler level with that. Right. So it's to the bottom of the bowl, not the bottom of the cut. Right. So I hope that clears that one up. Now we'll go back to the actual video from yesterday. Right then, we've got this on, and the first thing we have to do with it is round it off and shape the outside and put either a mortise or a tenon on it. Depending on what video you watch, they'll either use a mortise or a tenon. So we'll do that and get on with this. Right, and because this is tiger wood, I'm going to use a mortise on this. So that's my preference for when I'm doing tiger wood. Right then, This is slightly over a 12-inch blank. So if I can get a 10-inch bowl, a 12-inch bowl, a 10-inch bowl, and an 8-inch bowl, I'll be very happy. So if I knock off an inch, even enough for the cutter. So that's the 12-inch. Go for another inch, and even enough for the cutter. That's the 8-inch. That's the 10-inch. That's the 8-inch. I think. Yeah, around about. I think. Anyway. Right. As I said, I'm not 100% sure on this at all. Right. I'm just going by the videos. Right. Mark them so that I know what I'm doing. Well, kind of, anyway. There's one. That should be the cover. That one. That should be the cover. That's not going to be an 8-inch bowl, is it? No, it's going to be a 6. So where am I going wrong? Okay, I'm going to get a 12, 10 and a 6. I'm just going to make this one easy on myself so that I can try and figure this thing out. Right then. Put that in there. As I said, I didn't bother doing the setup one. Because there's a load of videos out there doing this, on this. Not to mention the fact, as I said, this is not a how-to. Right then, I'm using the large thing, so that's it. Go until it centers up in the bolt. Center the bolt. Let's lock that down. The center of the bolt is there. Swing that in. That's not meeting the right place, so the whole thing has to come out a little. Excuse me while I talk to myself here. Look at this, right? It looks like it's going in right. Back out a little. Right, and that's the center of the bolt. That's hitting the cut line properly. Let me get this locked in. Now, was that after moving? It looks like that moved in slightly. Okay, we're back to where it's supposed to be. Alright. Make sure everything is really locked down here. There, locked down. Right, I think we're ready to go. Right now, according to everything I've seen on this, it's very aggressive, and the speed you're supposed to use is no more than 600. So we'll start off on 400, just to start off with, right? Right, I'm hardly putting any pressure at all on this, and it's cutting very well. I'm literally just resting my arm on this. It causes a fair bit of vibration. Okay. I'm nearly at the stop on this side, so I just want to check if that's loose at all. Nope, it's not. So we go again. Now I'm at the stop there. There's a stop on this side over here. I'm at it. Perfect. Right then. Let's get all of this back out of the way and see how that worked. there's the core. I don't think I'm going to get 3 balls out of this. But 2. Okay, so that seems to work. Now, according to some videos that I've seen, you can actually just turn it around there and use it as a perfect jam chuck to prepare the other end of this bowl. Or you can put the mortise in there. But it's not as smooth as I thought it would be. For the first time using it, I don't think it's too bad. Now, I actually could have made that smaller, that outside bowl, which would have given me a bigger inside bowl. Right, I think the first thing I'll do is take this off and tidy up that bowl. Then we go on to the next one. Yeah, I definitely could have made that bowl smaller. Well, I'll know for the next time. Right. Now. Right, we'll hold out this bowl and keep going. Oh, I definitely could have made this smaller. Right, this is sharpened, we'll finish cutting it. Right then. Well, it doesn't look the greatest. Maybe a bit of negative rate scraping is required in that. Let's put a bore on this. Yeah, that's better. Right, and we sand that, finish it, and get on to second bowl. There's a valuable lesson learned there. Make the first bowl smaller, wall width wise. So we'll get on with this, we'll be back in a sec. Alright, just polishing the wax off the inside of the first one. But definitely cutting that wall too thick was a mistake. I suppose what I had made, the videos all kind of show green bowls being cut, and I had that sizing in my head. But we live and learn. Okay, so that's the inside of the first one. Right, we'll take this off and then put everything back on for the second one. So back in a sec. Right, so now we got the second one on. Okay. So I'm just gonna get this down and put the mortise into it. I'll use a smaller mortise on this one. Use the smaller jaws. I definitely think I'm after losing a bowl because I cut the first one wrong. But we live and learn. So what I'll try and do on this one is make the wall smaller, just to see what happens. We'll do the exact same thing and we'll finish and shape the outside of this one, and then we'll cut. I think that is too round on the bottom. I don't think it's going to sit properly. So I'm going to flatten the base of this off a bit more and recut that mortise. Just neaten up this side with a side bevel cut, and then we'll sand and finish it. What I'm finding strange with the second bowl is having to try and keep to the shape it is. not having any kind of artistic license, if you would. This would be a very weird shape for me to do a bowl. It's very wide, if you would. Right then. Right. I'll stand and finish this side of this one. And then we'll see what happens when I flip it around. So, back in a minute. Right then, we're back, just cleaning off this. I might actually get like a peanut bowl out of this one. And possibly like a little ring bowl. I don't know. But a definite mistake was the width of the wall in that first one. Like that, the Bowlsaver is supposed to be able to take out up to a 12-inch core, which is probably what I should. No, I probably should have taken like an 11-inch core out of that one instead of this size. But we live in there. So if you ever get one of these, do not make that mistake. Yeah, we take this off, flip it around, and have a go with the smaller covers. So I'll set up for that, I'll be back in a sec. Right then, face this off. So I'm not worried about those marks anymore. Because I'm going to be cutting differently. Right. Now we'll set this yoke up for the smaller blade. Now, here we go. So one of the reasons I actually went for this system instead of one of the other ones was ease of setup. There's only one adjustment on it, and once it's done, it's done. There's no messing around with it. Which is the height one. Everything else just kind of seems to lock into place now. I'll do that a bit. That slides out. That slides out. A bit more. So just using this, it's going to take a bit of time to get used to it. Yeah, that does not slide in there all that easy. Nope, I'm going to have to take it off. I'd say that after this loosens up a bit, that you should just be able to slide the blades in and out. Instead of having to do that every time. Right up to the end. That's probably it, I hope. So I'd say when you get used to using this, it's a lot quicker. I'm just going to eyeball this one. Now we get the smaller one of these. Bottom of the bowl is there, so this whole thing needs to come back a bit. Show that straight. That's way too thick. About there. Right, so about of the bowl needs to come out a little bit. That looks about right. Right, so we lock that down where it is. Right. And this yoke over. Slide this out into the tile stock. Double check my measurements. Yeah, it's about right. No, it's not actually. I need to come out another little bit because I forgot about the mortise, didn't I? Yeah, okay, we'll try that one. We'll try it there. The learning curve on this is not all that big. And I'd say once you get used to it, it's fine. Now you see the way I've gone way in there? That's not where I want to be. I want to be more out here. Let's check that again. Let's go back slightly. Yeah, that's enough room for the mortise. The further back you go with it, the further in towards the middle this cutter goes. So until you get used to it, it's probably a little fiddly. That's how I would describe it. Just the thing for the tail stock. I'll lock it down. Right, that should be it. Right, here goes nothing. Right, smaller bowl, so we'll go up to 550. Clearly shaving's away from that stop. I'm all the way to the stop there, so let's stop this. Now, that is still pretty solid in there. Right, so what do I need to do here? Lengthen that blade a bit, maybe? We'll try that and see what happens. Try pulling this blade out a little bit and see if it'll go further. Not a lot. Just a little. Right. See what happens if I lengthen the blade slightly. Right, the entry point moves a little bit when I do that. See the way it's moved across very slightly there. Right, let's see what happens now. Right, now I'm all the way in again. No, and it's still pretty solid there. Now, I did see in a couple of videos people using screwdrivers to lever these out, so we'll try that. No, that's still very solid in there. Try snap it on the cross grind maybe. No, I think I'm going to break that outside bowl if I do that. Oh no, hang on, it's going. But it's snapping, right. I'm just going to break this off just to see how much there was actually left in there. Oh, there's a good inch or so left in there. See that? I might back all this off. I'll show you that clearer. Right. See how much is actually left there? Huh, that's interesting. Now, I'd say what it was when I lined that up to get the cut, that bolt is not smack in the middle of the bowl. I would say that bolt has to be smack in the middle of the bowl for it to work properly. Right, now this is supposed to do a 12-inch, which means it'd be the difference from there to there should be 5.5 inches maybe. Let's see what it actually is. Distance from there to there is 5 inches. So center of the bowl to there is to the cut is 5 inches. So that will mean it will cut 10 inches. That's still going to leave a 2-inch hole there. I would say you can't cut a 12-inch blank with this. I would say you could cut down a 12-inch bowl with it. But as for actually cutting a 12-inch blank, I don't think it's going to do it. Still going to save you wood though. Right. Yeah, let's see if we can sort this out. We're going old school gouge on it. Maybe I should have used the long one on the big one on that. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe I should have used the big cutters on this and not the small one. And so what we'll do is we'll take that out with a gouge. Clear, I am. Too high. Way too high. Yeah, I probably should have used the big one on that, the small one. Treat it like a wing bowl. There's the wings gone. So that's how big that left. I'd say my mistake there was I should have used the big cutters instead of the small one. because even that curve, like, it's very thick there. Yeah, I'd say that was my mistake. I should have used the big cutter. Right, I'm going to negative scrape that, or negative rake scrape, should I say, wherever I put the flipping thing. So this new layout is really messing with my head. Still boring it. Yeah, that will do. Yeah. Right then. I'm going to sand and finish that bit. Another thing learned. Right, I'll sand and finish that and I'll be back in a sec. Right, just buffing the wax off. You know something, I actually like doing videos like this where stuff doesn't go exactly to plan. I've learned doing it. Hopefully you've learned a bit doing it. If you're gonna buy one of these. If I was doing it again, which I will be, because this is actually a good piece of kit. If I'm doing dry wood, make the outside one, the wall on it thinner. And then if I get to a bowl this size, use the bigger blade, not the smaller one. But all in all, I think it worked out fine as a learning experience. Well, as I said at the start, this wasn't a how-to. This was just me the first time I'd used it, and let's see what happened. And there is a pretty little bow. Right, I'll take this off and give you a better look at it. So back in a sec.